me till I'm pure inside. What's it like to burn in heaven? Drink it till I feel alright. Dancing in the pale moonlight. Clean me till I'm pure inside. What's it like to burn in heaven?
What's up, everybody? We are here. It is time. Sunday night style coming at you. And let's get him in here right the fuck now. Get on in here. Atlas. Hello.
Hello. Thank you for unlocking the door.
Oh, hold on. I got to make sure the producer turns on your mic this time. Hold on. All right. There you are. What's up, Atlas?
Hello. Hello. I'm
now they can hear you. Now they can hear you. What's up? So
they needed it. They needed to hear me.
Let me tell you, today is so special, my friends, because as you can see from the thumbnail and all the nonsense, we are absolutely going off with some new style content today. It is not Act the King at all. So I know you're going to be a little sad about that.
All of you when I hyped it up. I told them it was Act the King. I lied.
Yes. I knew you were going to be sad about that, but let me show you something here on the screen, okay? Let me show you something here on the screen, all right? Motherfuckers, listen to this, all right? Hate Live. As you can see there, a Hate Live podcast. This is from DSP Reacts channel. Now, you know who has that channel, Atlas.
I believe the guy himself, does he not?
Exactly.
That's the guy's channel.
Bingo. And as you can see here, look up here, 14 unavailable videos are hidden. Well, 2 months ago, as I was walking down the street, someone, as you might describe as a spicy Latina, handed me a small piece of paper.
Really?
I unfolded the paper, and it was a treasure map. Now, I knew not what that treasure was, but I decided one day to look at it anyway. Take the steps in the treasure map to see what I could find. After many months of travel, I found myself in the back of a Burger King in Connecticut. What happens next, you won't believe. After I took the last step of the treasure map, which was opening up the freezer, under the second cardboard box, I found a VHS tape. Now, what might be
What's
on that VHS tape? Shut the hell up, you know it. It's a media device style thing. And what I found was the lost 14 hate lives were on that VHS tape.
We got there in the end, guys.
Yes. Now, you can ask no more follow-up questions, but let's just say I have access now to all of the 14 unavailable videos. For the first time since they were aired, we can watch them now on WPIG 1651.
I'm always so impressed at your retrieval abilities. The way you go out of your way to find these things is incredible. You're unlike any I've seen.
Yes, thank you so much. It is a lot of work. I can't even tell you all the steps that this took, but we now are there. So for at least the summer, well, we'll see. Because as with all Lost Media, guys, this could be very boring. Okay?
Yeah, they could be stinkers.
We don't know what's actually on these things, and they might fucking suck. But nonetheless, we'll give it a shot to start. All right? So we are going to start, as you can see here, even more proof that I'm not lying to you here. There is a big gap between Hate Live episode 25 and episode 43. Now, those were all gone, all not available anymore on the internet. Now, the reason for that is he used copyrighted music on those intros. So they went away for a while.
DSP.
They are not on the internet anywhere, but we're going to watch them here together. And I'll make them...
Not on the internet yet.
Not on the internet yet. Yes. So I don't know how to because I don't want to put them on my channel. Like, maybe I'll put them on the storage channel, I guess, like public there, so you can see them. But so they already are archived and stuff, so we won't lose them anymore, but still want to make sure they happen. But anyways, enough nonsense. It is time for Hate Live, episode 26 from April 9th, 2015. Okay. Before we start, though, we should say, Atlas, anything interesting happen today on the show? I haven't seen anything. I know he didn't hit the goal. That's all I know.
Yeah, didn't hit the goal. Liza P on thin ice, which is really funny because he did have to actually buy the game because they took it off of Game Pass, so he spent extra money for it to be on thin ice. That's cool. He got the stupid wheel. I can't wait for that to suck for him.
Wheel,
I have the same wheel, and there's a few problems I think that he might have with it, but we'll see.
Interesting. So how much do you
dead on arrival?
How much use do you get out of your wheel, sir?
Every time I play Truck Simulator, which like I have a stint probably like once a year where I'll play it for like a week and I'll have a good time and then I put it up.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so you are
I bought
a
it when I was
truck
younger
enjoyer
and less frugal.
A fellow truck enjoyer. Oh, interesting. So do you have like souped up truck and stuff? I mean, are you that into it? Like, what's your play style?
I'm not that into it.
Okay. Just making sure. Or get out of here, WPIG. All right, anyways, let's get to
the shifter accessory. I'm seeing it in chat. I do, and I paid extra money for it. It was like an extra like $60, I believe.
See? I didn't even know this. I was playing the video for the last 13 minutes. Look, I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, I was playing it for 13 minutes, and he just started talking. I was like, what the fuck's going on? It's been on for 12 minutes. Holy shit. All right, here we go. He wasn't joking. He wasn't joking. All right, here we go. We're starting the show now. Who knows when it starts? We just got to wait. We're 12 minutes and 20 seconds in. Yeah, do you have a shifter, Atlas? A lot of people are asking.
Yeah, I have the shifter. It costs
Okay.
money. It's sold separately, but I felt like if I was gonna do trucking with it, you have to have the fucking shifter, or you might as well have not played with it at all. So,
whoa! Sounds like we have a dog situation over there.
I'm sorry. It's a cat situation. My bad.
Cat situation. What's your cat's name?
Pretty Kitty.
Pretty Kitty.
Yes.
Was that maybe a late night pickup? Maybe a
she was a street cat that got pregnant, and we took her.
Okay. Did you have anything to do with the pregnancy? Like, did you put her in a situation where she could get pregnant with your cat that you had in the house?
There was a bunch of street cats when we moved in.
Okay, but now she has the full run of the house. Let's say.
No. Well, kind of.
Is this one of those situations in which I don't want to pry too much, but is this one of those situations where you kind of felt bad, so had to make a decision that you probably didn't want to make, but felt kind of I need to take care of this cat or something bad's going to happen? Let's say.
No, I liked her. She would sit in our laps when we would be in the yard, and you could just pet her. She was very nice.
Okay, so now it's officially your pet, though, or not yet? Not quite there yet.
No, that's my pet.
Ooh, okay.
She's here for all the shows all the time. She really likes being
Okay, cool. Okay, officially. Are we going to get a better name, though? I do think she might appreciate that personal. That's just my take. You can disagree, of course.
Nah, I think she's Pretty Kitty. I usually call her like a goblin anyway, so
there we go. Okay, enough nonsense. Atlas has Pretty Kitty with him. I got my cat as well around here. We'll hear him later. Let's fucking go. Okay, 1242, not talking yet. 1255, not talking yet.
I am here.
There we go. We're in.
Hello, everyone. I just want to let you know I am here. The stream is live. However, I'm waiting for more people to join before we get started. We are going to do a shorter pre-stream. Tonight's episode is going to be long. It's going to probably be around 2 hours long, I would think, because I have so much to talk about.
Oh, great.
On tonight's stream.
So much.
So I thank you for being
excited.
here.
I really am.
Fuck.
Be back momentarily in a couple minutes here.
To be honest, I'm not a big Hate Live watcher myself. I don't know what the difference is, to be fair, so I guess we're going to learn together.
That's what I was going to say. Is I don't know what the difference is. I remember seeing Hate Live in a bunch of different compilations I've seen back in the day, and I was always amused, but I couldn't tell you when they were or what was going on.
Yeah, like what's the difference of Ask the King and this? I don't know, but we'll figure it out.
What's the difference between the pre-stream and the level 1 podcast? Like we're playing the same games.
Oh God, Doomer Ziggy says it's a long pre-stream. Now we're in trouble. God damn it! I thought it was more high. Well, to be fair, the title though is tons of news, controversy, and back in the day. So back in the day is usually good. Back in the day is fun. Usually, no promises, but. Oh God, he's not there anymore. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, we're waiting for more people to show up. Of course.
Fast forwarding a lot. Let's go to 20 minutes in. Are we here yet? No. Let's try 25 minutes in.
The fate of Circuit City. So it's going to be
Ooh, Circuit City
segment, ladies and
Ooh, okay, we're getting around here. Circuit City talk. Oh, don't threaten a good time.
You guys were doubting.
All right, hello everyone.
It's like a roller coaster.
22 minutes we're in. Okay. Next thing we can do is we can bet on what time he actually starts talking. Today was 22 minutes and 28 seconds. Let's go.
Welcome to the stream.
Let's go.
I see that people are slowly joining the stream.
Slowly joining.
For Hate Live tonight. The first time doing a podcast in over 2 months.
Wow.
I actually did the math, and I believe that the last podcast that I
did
was
so we
way
went
back
from
in
doing a
early
podcast to a pre-stream and then back to a podcast.
Yes, because so many people bitched about the pre-stream being too long.
February, before I got caught up with tons and tons of releases that were out at the time. And now we're back. We're back with lots of stuff to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, hold on. I actually realized I have a list of stuff that I left over at my desk.
Oh, gotta go get that.
Quiet, Pretty Kitty. Be quiet over there.
We could move on. We could.
Ooh, check out my new message system, by the way. Look at that, Mr. Extravagant on the bottom right. I think it looks pretty
Oh,
good.
I've seen
We're going to
that.
make sure. It looks pretty cool. By the way, the internet might be buffering for a lot. I see people saying it's buffering. I have dropped a few frames, and also it's raining like fuck right now, so hopefully that's not a thing.
Me too.
Yeah, but we'll see. It's just, it's not looking good right now. But I'm still connected to Atlas, so maybe it's just, who knows.
It's your guys' problem, of course. It's never ALT.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I actually have. I have so much stuff going on, so much to talk about because of 2 months since the last time I did a podcast. That tonight we may actually have 3 full sections.
3
to the show.
Wow. Okay. I'm fast forwarding
We're
already.
going to have a whole intro
not a
segment
good look.
talking about all the stuff that I've been doing as of
He
recently.
just talks so goddamn slow.
I know.
All the projects
Bad
that I've
start.
been doing, the fact why I haven't done a podcast in 2
Come
months.
on.
We're going to talk about some of the changes that have gone on. We're going to talk about my upcoming gaming schedule
I
and what
love
to
the
expect
schedule
from me in the
segment.
next
You love
few
the
weeks
schedule.
in particular. We're going to talk about Patreon. We're going to talk about how successful it's been for 2 months strong and still going.
Wow.
We're going to talk about all the stuff I've done
Great.
as a result of Patreon and all the stuff that I'm looking to do in the next few months into the
Okay.
to talk to you guys about in the gaming/internet news segment of Hate Live tonight.
Okay.
And typically I usually don't have a lot to talk
Boy.
about. We've got a ton to talk about,
Ton.
depending on how long I actually go on.
Come on.
Oh my god!
It's
I'm
crazy
drinking
that he
seltzer.
can admit that, though. Usually he does a show and has like nothing to talk about. He just keeps doing
It's
them.
crazy. Let's fucking go.
You can't tell. Oh my god. Excuse me. All right, anyway, depending on how long I go on those topics, we'll see how long that segment is. And then there is
Okay.
going to be a back in the day segment, ladies and gentlemen, and I've decided I
Whoa.
should
He doesn't even know
spoil it
how
for you
long
for
the
those of you who are
segments are going to be. It's
On the stream
literally going to be
earlier here today.
rambling. Like, actually.
Yeah, definitely. That's
I
fun.
will spoil for you what the segment will be.
Okay.
I will do the whole segment right now and spoil it. No, I'm not going to do the whole segment right now, but I will give you a preview.
Yeah, we'll go 1.5 until the content really starts, I guess.
Segment, the back in the day segment tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be about a job that I held at a point in my life that was a transitional point. I was between stages of my life. I was moving out of the kind of teen and young, very, very young adult phase into the
Teen and very, very young adult phase.
kind of teen and young, very, very young adult phase into
pretty
the
fun.
kind of, I
You
would
have
say,
to add that many berries for DSP because he did stay in the young adult phase well into his 30s. So he's giving himself like an extension.
Teen and very, very young adult.
formal adult phase of my
Ooh.
life.
Formal adult
And
phase.
it was a job that, even though I didn't take it massively seriously, that I did pretty good at.
Ooh.
And I was well liked at this job.
He
But there was
excelled.
lots of things to talk about in regards to this. In fact, in a lot of ways, this job technically doesn't really exist that much anymore.
Ooh.
You know, I'm not talking about, working in a food court. When I was a teenager. No, we've already told that story.
Have
I'm
we?
going to tell you stories about when I worked at a little electronics chain. Not really a little chain, it was big. Called
Oh.
Circuit City. I'm going to tell you
Okay.
all about Circuit City, what the business was like, what kind of stuff they had us doing.
So we have heard this one because someone clipped that part out specifically, but still, it's always a fun story. This is about, I believe we're going down the path of the ex-Marine that threw... The ex-Marine bodyguard and someone that threw their CD that they wanted to return but couldn't return, I think. We'll find out, though.
Pushing at this job. I'm going to tell you
See,
about
I
all
don't
the
recall
knowledge
this
that
story. It's been a
Yeah,
while
it's all
since
right.
I've heard
It's going to be
so-
fun. It's fun no matter what. I promise that.
I learned while I worked at Circuit City. I'm going to tell you about working there on Black Friday.
Oh,
Some
wow.
of the characters who I worked with while I worked there, my coworkers.
Some of
Character.
the characters.
Some of the characters.
Loss prevention. I'm going to tell you about how I ended my tenure at Circuit City.
My tenure.
When I returned.
My tenure, like he is a professor of
Prestigious
40
title.
years. My tenure. My tenure at Walmart has been great so far.
to Circuit City later on. What happened? And the
Tenure.
fate of Circuit City. So it's going to be
Uh-oh.
a big segment about that. It was basically a year of my life.
Oh.
A year of my life employment, which I'll be
Tenure,
reviewing
tenure,
tonight
1 year.
on Hate Live. And I think you're going to enjoy it. It was funny because a few months ago, last time I did Hate Live, in fact, it might not have been Hate Live. It might have actually been Ask the King.
Oh, my
Where
God.
someone had asked a question that led me to talk about something about
Yeah,
Circuit
we
City.
got that one.
And I was like, oh, man, I bet that talking about Circuit City could be a whole segment on Hate Live because I worked there for a year. And I remember a lot of stuff about it, and I think people would like to hear about it. Again,
That's
it
gonna
was
be
my
fun.
source of employment and a major part of my life. So
I would imagine
Yeah.
so.
I know, yeah, it's a huge part of his life,
that's
dude.
going to be tonight's
His
Hate
fourth job, but what a huge part of your life that you worked at for a year.
Live segment of back in the day. I hope that you enjoy it. Now, I want to say this.
Go ahead, yeah.
We're going to get started in a minute or two here.
Oh my
please.
god!
I do see that the viewer attendance is growing, which is good.
What's it at?
I do want to say this.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure how often we're going to be doing Circuit City. Oh my god. I'm not
This
sure
is
how
the
often we're going to
least
talk about Circuit
organized
City
I
every
can
week.
recall him being in a long time.
Here? No. I'm not sure. Let me get back to what I was saying. I'm not sure how often we're going to be doing Hate Live. I would definitely like to do Hate Live. At the very least, I would like to do it once a month. Because I
Yeah,
really feel
there
like
you
a talk show
go,
like
there
this,
you
where I talk
go.
about myself, my content, my gaming schedule, my life, and pair that with gaming news and all that stuff. Number one, it's important, especially for those of you who not only like my gaming content, but you actually like me as a person and you want to learn more about me. It's an interactive experience. You know,
Oh,
learn about
yeah,
Phil.
definitely.
Hear Phil's thoughts on things outside of just, a game he's playing. And I like that. I told you guys many times before
Oh, my
how much I
God.
like doing Hate Live. I'm very sad that I didn't do it for 2 months because I became so busy with my own gaming schedule and everything going on that I just didn't have time to take a stream out to do it. I'm happy that I finally got a chance to do it again, okay? But that being said, this is a truthful statement that Patreon, since I did start it in February.
Oh my god, yeah, the Pasta Big has it right. Big ups to Patreon, mispronunciation. Shout outs to Patreon. Give him the Patreon. Mr. Extravagant says, we got a DSP in the wild from Gamer from Mars new video got released. All right, we'll watch that. On that being said, I'll
shit.
definitely check it out. Magic Short Bus says, is there a KFC drumstick goal for Atlas 2? Yes, definitely. What's your favorite sauce for KFC, Atlas? Do are you a sauce man, or are you a big sauce man? Maybe a wings guy? Are you a drumstick guy, breast guy? What kind of guy are you in KFC? Let us know.
I
your
don't
whole
really go
KFC
to. I
lore.
don't really go to KFC.
Oh, because of any reason? Not a fan of it? Too expensive? Not a fried chicken guy?
There's not one in my local area. We have Popeyes instead.
Okay. So
I just get the sandwich.
Okay, he gets sandwich goal for Atlas here. Okay, Magic Short Bus, big ups.
Has basically taken up a lot of my time between special game playthroughs, special events on a weekly basis, one-time events like the Indie Marathon we just did a week or two ago, Patreon perks, like getting everyone upgraded on the website, constantly putting up polls and stuff for people to participate in, giving out t-shirts, doing private videos, shout-outs and videos, all that stuff.
Oh yeah, he's too busy to do this.
Has taken up an incredible amount of my time. And because of that, I have not had a chance to consistently do Hate Live. I've been saying, used to be that Hate Live used to always be second stream every Thursday.
Okay.
Or I try to do it as consistently as I can. And now it's like, well, I've
He's
done it 2
rambled
months,
on
I
for
can't
30 minutes
yeah.
or so
Well, no,
with
10.
a bunch of dead air.
10-ish, yeah. Telling us about how awesome he misses the show, how much what he's done to talk about, and yeah.
You guys,
that's a lot
next
of
week I'm
fun.
going to do it considering the big, high-profile new releases next week.
And now he's too busy to do this show because Patreon has taken up his time.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see moving forward. I'll definitely let you guys know how often I'm going to do it, okay?
Okay.
In addition to that, okay? I would like to say
Dying.
that we are doing a new
In the
setup
mines,
tonight. So even though you're
actively
watching,
right now.
New
I got my
setup
helmet
today.
on.
I can see why this was lost. This is better to be lost.
Hate Live right now, you're seeing the normal splash screen, the normal everything that you would see when a Hate Live podcast starts.
Yeah,
I'm doing
definitely.
a completely different thing. I'm doing this in OBS, which is the open broadcast software, the program that I use to live stream and record my gameplay.
Ooh.
I'm not doing an XSplit. I did this in XSplit for about a year and a half to 2 years. Every time that I did the show, I've set it up differently here in OBS. Right now, we are using my brand new microphone. You're going to see it, by the way. For the first time, you guys are going to see the setup partially anyway here on stream because there's no way for me to position the mic that you're not going to see it. There's just no way for me to do that.
First
Okay, you're going to see my new
setup.
setup firsthand, and you're going to say, wow, that looks way different. Trust me, you're going to be like, whoa.
Trust me, you're going to be like, whoa.
So I hope that you guys understand that. And if there are any technical difficulties tonight with volume levels, with things not working properly, I hope that you will be patient with me because
We're
I am
patient.
trying new stuff. And I'm hoping that everything goes without a hitch. I hope that it goes so smoothly that you guys don't even notice I'm using a completely different setup, completely different software. I'd like it to go, like clockwork. But I have no clue whether or not that's actually going to work, or if we're going to have issues. We may have issues. But you know what?
This
You
could
always
be
gotta
him
have fair
today if it
understand
wasn't
that,
about the changing of software.
Yeah,
This
nothing
is just him.
changed.
Every time he adds something, he completely does one of these.
Yes, has to kill all the hype by talking about it for an hour.
Especially now that I'm getting more equipment upgrades, and we're going to talk about
Oh,
that on
more
the
equipment upgrades.
podcast
Cool.
tonight, by the way, the equipment upgrades that I am
To
doing.
buy some lights.
But now that we're doing all these upgrades and all this stuff,
Cool.
the fact that there will be, moving forward, some things that may not sound right, things that may have little bugs here or there, and I hope that you guys are okay with that until we work
Yeah,
through it.
we're okay
Always-
with it,
always
man.
changing and always improving, but that unfortunately also
A
means
lot
room
of
for error.
bugs in the Burnell household, that's for sure.
So tonight's show, I'm assuming, is going to be around 2 hours long. We're going to be starting in just a moment. In fact,
We
the
call
feature's
them
about to end
creatures
momentarily
around
here.
here.
Like, literally, I'm going to end it, probably use the restroom quickly, and then we're going to start.
Oh my
so
God,
thank you
that
guys who are here,
bathroom?
guys and gals, by the way. I didn't know we have some gals here on the stream as well. And so, space aliens, animals, whatever's watching. And Cthulhu, Lovecraftian-like
He sat in
monsters from
silence
Bloodborne.
for 20 minutes and then went to the bathroom.
Cthulhu. What is it? Cthulhu style?
And Cthulhu, love.
Cthulhu? I'm not going faster, right? Oh yeah, 1.5. Here, let's go full normal speed here.
Space aliens, animals, whatever's watching, and Cthulhu.
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 Lovecraftian like
Cthulhu Lovecraftian. Cthulhu.
monsters from Bloodborne. Whoever's watching tonight, I
hilarious.
appreciate you guys being on the stream. If you cannot stick around for the entire 2 hours, do not fret. For as you know, I do record this show, and it will be uploaded to my YouTube channel. Watch it back later. Stream a long fucking time to do that. So we shall see what happens.
All right, back to
let's see what
speed.
happens.
All right, that is it, everyone.
Right
End
now.
of the stream. I'm going to run and quickly use the restroom. We'll be back in momentarily with the beginning of Hate Live, the first one in 2 months. I hope you're excited. I am in a moment.
Okay, let's see how long it's going. Okay.
Right now, I'm so excited.
Oh, cool!
Holy shit, there's an intro?
Yeah, this is why he had to make these not public anymore because of this copyright. So here we go. Ready? The never before seen intro. No, it was seen once, but then he took them down. So hasn't been seen in years on the internet. Here we go. Hate Live intro. Are you ready? Hell yeah! Look in my eyes. Where are your tips? That's it.
Oh my.
That's it. That's
The
it.
cut on the end is beautiful. He looks horrified. I found it jarring.
Oh, that's a CM Punk theme? Great. That's why he did that then. No clue about the song any other way, I bet. Look at this. Yeah. Beautiful. Nailed
Super
it.
clean. Couldn't even tell.
Hello? All right, now people are going to say
Nothing.
he's muted.
These are the bugs I was talking about.
This
you
are the
guys
bugs,
are gonna
yeah.
have to stay with me.
It's his fault, not mine.
It would probably help if I unmuted my mic. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's try that again. Hello and welcome to Hate Live. As you can see, things look a little different, and you might say to yourself,
Yeah.
things sound a little different, things look a little different. What actually is going on?
What's going on?
Let's talk a little bit about what's been happening.
Got
Ladies
the
and gentlemen,
chain on.
hopefully
I'm always happy to see the chain. I really am.
you're still alive. Hopefully you remember who I am. That's right. I am Darkside Phil. I am the man who runs this podcast, who I typically like to do it a few times a month. Unfortunately, I have not had a chance to do this show since early February of 2015. It is now April 9th, 2015.
Man,
So
I
we're-
said that a lot since we started.
So he's the 2 months off was because he moved into his house in Washington at this time, those 2 months, right? So Smitty
Right.
Whitman Jensen in the house says DSP is the type to always ask for an extension dent. There we go. Big ups.
we're talking
Smitty Whitman
2
Jensen.
months. Excuse me.
Ooh.
2 months where I haven't done the show. And as you can see, a lot has changed. In fact, in particular, you might be saying, what is this? Look at this. This has never been here before, right?
Oh, yeah. What is that?
It's just
huh?
one part of the major striving to improve, the improvements that I'm trying to do to myself, to my channels, to my content. And in fact, this right here is the direct result of a few people who recommended equipment on my forums, including Wanglord and the Mighty Onyx, as well.
Shout outs to Wang Lord and the
Wang
Mighty
Lord.
Onyx. That was your nickname in college, I heard, Atlas, was Wang Lord.
Oh, of course,
True,
of
or-
course, of
okay,
course.
okay. Nah, sorry guys about
who
the
is-
internet. It's raining like a fuck right now. Nothing I can do. I mean, I'm just gonna keep pretending like it's not a problem. So like the replay will be fine. But you know,
It's not a
Anyways,
problem
go
for
ahead,
me,
Atlas.
so
I
it's
know
not
we're
a problem.
fine. Go ahead, Atlas. Though you were gonna say
Oh,
something.
I was gonna say, I just want to know who he thinks he's pig-splaining a microphone to. Like he's the first person to ever have a microphone on camera.
Like, let me tell you what a microphone
it's
does.
not a topic of conversation. It's not.
Let me tell you about a microphone.
People who recommended equipment on my forums, including Wanglord and the Mighty Onyx, as well as the funding of you, the viewers who contributed massively to my Patreon account in the month of
Massively.
March and allowed me to afford this setup. which is
Yeah.
only half of the setup, actually. It's not the complete setup. It's actually just one portion. Ideally, what's going to end up happening is not only am I going to have this improved microphone setup, but I'm going to have soundproofing all back here.
Oh,
So that
pre-soundproofing.
hear any echoes or anything as I do my show. You won't hear any atmospheric noise from my PC. You won't hear anything. Right now I got my window open so you can hear the plane flying by probably. I don't know how loud you can hear that.
Great.
But yeah, ever
I don't
improving,
hear a
and this is
plane
just one
flying.
major
Me
step.
neither.
In fact, what we're
Just
doing right
making
now, this
shit up,
show
I
that
guess.
you're
I
seeing
don't-
is not the old setup that I used to do. Even though it looks
not?
the same, I got the same background, same everything, right?
Yeah.
This show is actually in a completely different program. I'm doing using OBS, Open
Oh
Broadcast.
my God! Another thing the audience gives two shits about. Why are we doing this? Let's run through the whole setup here, guys.
Software now.
I like that he's hyping up. He was hyping up the foam though, when it's actually like $60 acoustic fucking paneling that you.
Yeah, he got the
buy
cheap
on
shit
Amazon.
too, didn't
Even
he?
at the time, that was all
Yeah.
you had to do.
broadcast my show to you.
Whoa.
So I hope that you guys could be a little bit easy on me tonight, because as we do the
easy on me.
podcast tonight, there may be technical difficulties. I'll be switching between things here. Let me actually test something. Let's see if this
Oh
works.
yeah.
It did work. Cool. How about this? Not bad. What about this? Oh, it's actually working better than I
How come
thought
we
it
don't
would.
see these anymore?
He's just pushing a button and like so proud of himself. Check this out. Whoa! Look
Make
at
sure
that.
my mouse still clicks. Hang on, guys.
Hang
Yep,
on, let me
it's
check.
clicking.
Well, I can do that too. Watch this, guys. Whoa, it's worked. See that?
Oh.
Working pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool.
There we go. It's actually
Whoa.
working better than I thought it
There we
would. It
go.
seems like all the things that I set up, the scenes for breaks and stuff, are working.
Come on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
thank you for being here. Whether
Thank
you're
you.
live on stream or you're watching this on YouTube, the first time that I've had a
It's us
chance to do
for
a
the
Hate
second
Live
one.
podcast in 2 months for various reasons. Now, first of all, I want you to understand it wasn't that I didn't want to do a podcast.
Oh,
It wasn't
okay.
that I don't like doing the podcast.
Yeah,
I've said multiple, dozens of times that
Yep.
I'm still thinking this is
that's a good idea.
1.5,
actually.
guys.
I've been saying I love doing this podcast because yes, every day, daily, I do streams, sometimes multiple streams. Yes, I do full playthroughs of games. I do reviews. Now I have edited stuff in the reviews. We'll talk a little bit about that, how I've upgraded all my editing capabilities and everything over the past several months since I've done a Hate Live. And I also do all kinds of stuff, first impressions videos and stuff. But ideally, when it comes down to
You
it,
could almost say he's
the
a
reason that I
variety
like Hate
streamer or
Live
something.
so much is because this is the show, the opportunity where I get to talk directly to you, the viewer and fan, and tell you about all kinds of stuff. I don't just have to talk about the current playthrough I'm doing. I can talk about world news, I can talk about gaming news, I can talk about my own
please
personal
do.
history. And let me tell you, we have a
time
jam.
though. Like this is definitely when he was locked in, or he still is kind of, or he's still like that. But he just absolutely will not talk about anything but the game. That's
Yep.
it.
And every normal streamers talk about that while they play the game. You know what I mean?
Packed
But
show because it's been 2 months. There's so much
That's too much work.
to talk about. I've got two sides of a list here. We're going to talk about
Ooh.
everything I've been doing over the past several months. I'm going to talk about the things that I'm
Two
going to be doing in the
sides
future,
of a list.
Patreon, and how successful it's been, and the great improvements that I've made, the projects that I'm working on because of
How much money you guys are giving me?
Patreon, and future ideas for Patreon. We're going to talk about all kinds of news because there's been 6 important news stories that I actually want to talk about on tonight's
wow.
Hate Live podcast. I haven't had a chance to really address these because I've been busy with gaming. I didn't have a chance to talk about that stuff. And there will be a back in the day segment last night. Last night, so you missed it if you're watching this.
Oh
no,
my
there will
God,
be a back in the day
man.
segment tonight,
This was a bad idea.
and it's going to be about my employment history, not back in
This fucking sucks so far.
the high school years, which I've already talked
I'm
about. But a
having
little bit
a
later during
good
my
time. I know we're all suffering, but we're suffering together, I thought.
Yes, we're doing the best we can.
college years. What was the job that I held down during college? And I'm
Yeah,
just
what
really
was
done.
that?
This
It was
is
a
the
little-
guy we follow. This is what comes with the territory, if you ask me.
Horrible.
Old company called Circuit City, which you may not have heard of,
Ooh.
especially if you haven't been in the, or you just joined the employment world, because Circuit City went out of business a long time ago. But we're going to talk about when I actually worked there for a little over a
I've
year.
only
all my
ever been to a
experiences
Circuit
at
City once. My Circuit City experience is
Yeah.
almost nothing.
Well, how would you describe Circuit City as a younger style gentleman like me? How
I would describe it as going out of business the one and only time I went. So
It was I remember when it was still going strong, and it was just less hip Best Buy is how I would describe
yeah, see,
it.
we had a Best Buy though, so
Yeah.
that was kind of.
Now, Best Buy, when it came out, was hype, right? That was just a place you got your CDs. Now, I'm not sure if you know what those are. You know what those are, Atlas CDs?
I've seen
little
them.
circle things. Yeah. So
Yeah, I've
Best
seen
Buy
them.
had the
that
best.
thing you were talking about earlier, though, VRS. Oh, that, yeah.
Well, the CDs were very hype, and you could get them very cheap at Best Buy because they would sell those at cost. So, but they would make all their money from the TVs and shit around them. That was their business model.
Oh,
But it was very cool. Best Buy was a very cool place to go. That's for sure. Circuit City was kind of not, but Best Buy was.
City. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you guys will stick around. A lot of people say back in the day is the best part of Hate Live. So after not doing the podcast for 2 months, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Please give feedback. I'm always looking for constructive feedback at this point. Let me know what you think about my new microphone setup. Let me know what you think about everything. Okay? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen,
There we go.
let's go ahead.
Finally.
Move up here on my love seat. And let's talk. Let's talk a little bit about
Let's talk.
We are now starting talking.
the past 2 months. And let's talk about what I've been busy
41
with.
minutes, 45
41
minutes?
minutes in. We're in trouble.
I haven't been able to do an episode of Hate Live. I'll tell you about my plans for the future with Hate Live and how I can implement this into my other content. So hopefully you guys at least get a little bit more information about to expect me to do the show, how it's going to be, what format, etc., etc. Okay?
Okay, go ahead.
He just keeps telling us things he's going to talk about instead of fucking talking about them.
And start now.
Last Hate Live I did, I believe was the second. It was either the second or third week of February.
God damn it.
I believe it was 2 months ago. So anyways, this is the first one in 2 months. Here's the following things we're going to talk about.
It's been 2 months.
Following things we're going to talk about. Now I haven't done one in, let's see, how long? 2 months or so.
You might say, Phil, why the hell didn't you do a Hate Live? You know, some people
over here. Get on with it.
Yeah,
Phil have
Phil.
actually told me, they said, Phil, even though you are known for gameplay, technically I don't like watching raw gameplay, but I love hearing you speak, whether it's a game review, whether it's your first impressions about something, whether it's just a reaction or a rant video that you do, and in particular Hate Live, where you get to kind of encompass everything.
Are they a free person living amongst other people in society to this day, or no? Like, I really want to know that answer. Or they need a certain kind of a supervision to be alive today.
All these topics into one.
Knowing the dead track record, I would go with the latter.
Are they under supervision right now?
And, you know, what happened? Why didn't you do one in 2 months?
Yeah, what happened? I love hearing you speak, Philip.
It was a
I don't even like your gameplay. I like to hear you speak. Yeah.
People are knowing him as a podcaster for that exact reason, ALT. You might not know because you're a hater, but...
Oh, yeah, dirty hater.
of a lot of things going on together, basically. First of all, the fact that in February, heading into March, there was a ton of games that all came out back-to-back. There were, just to give you an idea,
oh my God,
in the week of February, we had Evolve,
too.
Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D, Dragon Ball Xenoverse, The Order 1886, Resident Evil Revelations. Then we actually had
keep going through the list.
I think there was an episodic game in there. I'm not positive.
Yeah,
In the month of
episodic.
March, okay? We had the continuation of Resident Evil Revelations. We had the first DLC for the Evil Within, the first episode of that release. We had an episode of Tales from the Borderlands. We had an episode of Game of Thrones. We had Bloodborne. I went to attend East Coast Comic Con. There was all this stuff going on.
He was still going to cons at this point. That's a big throwback.
I said East Coast Comic Con. I'd say Emerald City Comic Con. Whenever I see ECC, I say East Coast because I used to go to this tournament called East Coast Championships that was called ECC.
Yes,
so forgive me when I say East Coast when I mean Emerald City, okay? So we did all that. Plus, there was other stuff going on.
He lost track of the things because he ran out of fingers to count. You see that? He was like, oh, we got Game of Thrones, we got Resident Evil after that. I don't even know.
Playthroughs and things. I played Silent Hill 4, which people wanted to see. A fan donated last month. Once I opened up a new mailing address so that people can mail stuff to me, and once I announced that, people immediately said, we want to send you stuff, and they did. They actually ended up sending me stuff, and one of the things was Silent Hill 4. I did a full playthrough of Silent Hill 4, which I absolutely loved. Thank you so much to that person who donated that, and thank you to everyone who checked out that playthrough.
Was that the room?
It was too far back. I know Silent Hill 2 was goated. That's all I know.
Just crazy busy, and because in conjunction with all of that, ladies and gentlemen, I started using Patreon, and Patreon ended up being a success. That took up the other half of my time. So outside of all the stuff you just heard, okay, I started playing Minecraft on a weekly basis, did 4 sessions of that first month of March. In addition to that, I was doing tons of perks for people, including private videos, putting their names up in my vlog series, doing shout-outs during videos, mailing out t-shirts. There was just a crazy amount of stuff going on as a result of Patreon, and because of that, I just became so engulfed and almost bogged down with everything going on around me that it was hard for me to catch up with just everything I was doing, and I just didn't have chance.
You already said this part.
I couldn't forego.
Wait, now we're in the YouTube video part, but this whole thing was one video. I was gonna who'd he do the pre-stream for in this case? Because now he's saying the same shit again. Who's that for? You know what I mean?
You're right. Usually, if he leaves it in the video on demand.
Yeah, this is the whole. No, he wouldn't have See, this is the thing though. Oh, no, that's right. Here, I figured it out. He would have uploaded this into 1 hour chunks on his channel. This is the whole thing that the streamer audience would see. Again, back then, though, it's not that much.
Right.
We're getting the raw style experience, not the YouTube viewer experience.
Doing
Yeah,
work
not the
and
YouTube
or
scammer experience.
Yeah.
streaming on a Thursday night to do Hate Live.
That's it.
Now, the bottom line is this.
Oh,
I can't
I don't have
promise you
that. I gotta add that. I don't have that.
Okay, yeah. Where's that?
I got
The whole
kick
show's gotta
numbers,
stop
but
now.
bottom line, Bill, I'll bring it back. Just relax. We got to find out that stuff together, guys. Okay, here we go.
That's my favorite part.
Okay.
I'm a big
I can't
fan
promise
of
you guys
bottom line, Bill.
that I'm going to be doing
I'll
Hate
bring it
Live
back.
often. Because with Patreon, I'll be honest with you, it's a different experience for me. Patreon is basically me saying I'm changing the way I'm doing things rather than me just being the island. This is the thing. I used to be the island. I'm all amongst myself. I don't need any feedback. I don't need anything. I will just keep doing my own thing and pushing ahead by myself.
Yeah.
Basically, what Patreon is saying is,
Crazy, he says that
want
to this
your
day.
help.
What is Patreon
Just like
saying?
that.
What is Patreon saying?
I want you, the viewer, to tell me what kind of projects you'd like to see me work on, what kind of things that I've never done before that you'd like to see me do, what improvements to my setup you guys would like to have me implement. And as a result of that, because of your pledges and your financial support, I'm able to do that, and I'm also able to take time out from doing all that mainstream gaming, right? Just doing mainstream games over and over and over to do other projects. So the perfect example of this, ladies and gentlemen,
He's the
in the
only
month of
person that
March,
can make playing video games sound so awful.
Like it's a hard
to get
job,
away from
yeah.
all that mainstream gaming that he's doing. Yeah, like it's hard work.
You guys get me away from that nasty gaming stuff.
completely forwent
That shitty
playing
9 to
Battlefield
5 I do. Gaming.
Hardline and Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. Those were two major releases.
Yeah.
And admittedly, some people were upset that I did not play those games, okay? And I understand why, because some people will Phil used to cover every major release, and now he's not covering these games. I don't understand.
What?
I was busy doing Patreon-related stuff and doing things that people were telling me they wanted to see.
Like
and
what?
because of Patreon, I was able to not worry about skipping those two games, and I was able to focus on Silent Hill 4, working on Minecraft every week, basically doing things that I wanted to do versus things that I had to do because they were best for business.
Got it,
All right,
got
now that's a
it, got
WWE catchphrase now.
So this is like particular audience members picking out the content, which is
Because
a real
they give
slippery
money.
slope
No, no.
I was hearing.
But he's very much over hyping up what he does. Really, he just has some perks for Patreon. When you pay, he does the perk he decided, though. It's not like anyone's getting any input. Sometimes he has fucking votes, but that's it. You know what I mean? That's it. Big ups, Ann Lee. Thanks so much for the raid. No fine Rambo, though, but we'll pretend there is one.
do because they were best for business.
I'll add it to the
think
list.
About him. I'll think about him in my
Raid
heart.
animation. All right. It's, anytime you do new stuff, guys, you gotta
Now that's a
you gotta fix it up over
WWE
time. catchphase
now.
Okay.
But
I can't even
that's the whole
imagine what
idea
your
of
transition
Patreon.
looks like from fucking
Yes.
this to that. So
Let me tell you, it's much more. My mind is so free now. It's so free. It's so awesome. Watching my streamer bot every second do about 60 to 70 actions every single second. Let me tell you, it's fantastic. It's so freeing.
It's going to give me the freedom to do things that normally I wouldn't have done. If I didn't have Patreon support, there's no way I would be playing Persona 4 this month. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit when I talk about my current schedule. Instead, I'd be doing Final Fantasy Type 0, or I'd be doing another mainstream game or whatever. Instead, I could take massive time out to play games that normally I wouldn't do because of Patreon.
Okay.
Now, I want to counter what did I just say with elaboration, because there's some
his
people
own
that
argument.
With elaboration.
seem to get
What? Huh?
With elaboration, though. You didn't think about
If you're
that.
countering your own argument by explaining the situation, you're just saying you lied or you're wrong. Like
long idea about Patreon. And they say, well, that's great, Phil, but people are giving you money. Why is it that every once in a while you still talk about views? So the perfect example here is this past week, I played Persona 4 on Monday. And it was supposed to be only a 4-week series based off of people who pledged to my Patreon in February. They had voted over the month of March and determined they wanted to see me play Persona 4.
I hope you wouldn't quit that, right?
It was supposed to be a 4-week event. But after playing it on Monday, I got overwhelming amount of people saying, Phil, we love you playing this game. Please keep playing it. And when I got that feedback, I said, okay, but understand that I kind of need commitment that people are at least going to come out and watch the videos of this game, because that is going to
Yep, this is pre-buy-in, 2015 buy-in.
be half of my content for the rest of the month, because this game is 60
it's the same
hours
scam,
long.
a new coat of
And for me
paint.
Yep.
Commit to that game that much versus just a 4-week event. Me doing it all month is a different story.
Oh, he quit Persona 3.
And some people
Thanks,
get the
Game
misconception, oh, but Phil, but that was what the Patreons voted for, and you got money, so you should just do it no matter what. I'm like, but no, whoa.
Whoa.
You don't understand
Whoa.
something.
Yeah.
Patreon is a supplementary thing
Just
to
throw your
allow me
thick
to have
skull,
more
dumbass.
control over what I want to play and to improve my hardware setups and stuff like that.
Oh.
Patreon is not meant to support the business fully, meaning...
Oh, wow. He changed his thoughts on this going forward, wouldn't he? It's just supplementary. Okay. Then we definitely not have any crash outs in the future years when it goes down, right? Definitely.
Oh, no.
Uh-huh. Okay, just check it.
Because I have Patreon support, I couldn't just turn everything off and not work for a month. Let's face it, last month was amazing. I got over $1,300 of support on Patreon. And I'm not afraid to say that. It's a public figure. You can find that number on Patreon. It has as a history. You can tell I had that much support in the month of March. So thank you to anyone who pledged. It's so appreciative. This microphone is just one of the many improvements you're going to see based on that contribution.
Okay, sounds good.
Persona 4
$40
is
worth
the
of
other
film in
kind
the
of half
background
of that.
coming soon. It's going to be crazy.
So
Blow your mind.
$1,300. He bought that mic, which is what, $200? I don't even know what that mic is, but so I'm guessing.
That contribution, okay? But understand, $1,300 a month does not run a business. If you think that 15,000
Yeah, you think it's changing my life that much? No. Yeah, big guy's right. He thought he was going to be like Jim Sterling, get tens of thousands per month. He thought he was going to be Spoonie and get $4,000 a month, like just from starting that Patreon. I wonder if he was pissed. Like, I don't know. Like, I wonder what he thought then of the number.
Yeah, you gotta wonder what his original expectation for it was, because he's always overestimated how popular and how big he really is.
I wonder. We'll never know now, but I wonder.
$1,000 in America, in the United States of America, is enough to run a business. Think that $15,000 in America, in the United States of America, is enough to run a business, to pay for a household, to do all. You're out of your mind. And so what I need to do, even though I do have Patreon support, I do have to balance what I do with Patreon along with the normal business as usual on YouTube. And I have to say, if I'm going to make a big change where instead of just doing 4 sessions of Persona 4, and it's going to be an ongoing longer playthrough in the month of April, will I have the support that I need? I do have to worry about views. And the bottom line is this. It doesn't. The only way in my life that I would ever have to stop worrying about...
Spoonie is still getting money to this day.
Yeah, how much money is he still getting? I was curious after you brought it up.
He's getting $125 a month. Spoonie.
You know, that's $125 he didn't have, any other way.
His last update is from July of 2016. That's the first time he said that.
Jesus.
How many credit cards are getting dinged off that puppy that are just so gone, lost? Like the person's
they
dead,
don't even,
you know?
Couldn't
Yeah.
even.
Yeah. Spoonie's a legend, though. Oh, definitely. I don't watch all this new stuff, but I'm always, when he has a video out there, I'm like, all right, that's good. Spoonie was a very funny person.
I didn't even know he
back
still
in his
made
day.
content.
It's very rarely. He goes on like other people's shows and stuff. He's not making anything himself anymore. But he was cool for a while. He had a lot of good videos. Let's see Dark Side Phil's, though, now that we're on this rabbit hole. It doesn't show. Oh, what a bitch. He hit it. Philip hit him out.
Really. Always has been.
Yeah, Spoonie wins this one, Philip. Spoonie wins this one, too. He has 28 paid members.
Spoonie.
Wait, who has more members? Let's see. Hey, if Spoonie not even close. 842. Wait, how much money they give him? 10 cents? Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Something's off about that. That's something's weird about that. That's
Maybe that's why they don't realize the 36 cents coming out of their account really didn't even.
Yeah, that's weird. Anyways.
Business performance, views, all those things.
If you ever seen a Spoonie video, I recommend watching. If you just go to his channel and see like something you're into. Like if you're into Ultima, awesome videos there. Final Fantasy has videos about there. He's a lot of game
I really
reviews.
enjoyed his Ultima retrospective.
Yes,
I prefer
awesome.
the version without the skits in it personally, but you know.
Always do the ones without the skits. I think the skits are kind of, they're not the funniest part.
He knows his shit when it comes to Ultima. You can tell.
a lot of those people that back in the day tried to be like movie directors, so they tried to add that kind of stuff, like AVGN did. I kind of didn't like the skits of AVGN even. But they were a big part of it, trying to be this unique dude that it's not. I don't just review games. I have little skits and stuff, but they kind of weren't the main part. But anyway, I see. So Spoonie can have free members. Like I could join there now if we want to without any money. So he has 842 members that could be free. So there we go. Anyways, all right, let's go.
Is if I hit the lotto. If I hit the lotto right now and I make $10 million, $5 million goes to taxes, the other $5 million I invest. I take $500,000 and that's my disposable income to spend on this business, and I could upgrade the office immediately.
$500,000? What are you gonna do in that office? $500,000.
$500,000, brother.
First of all, pay off your house. I hope that's part of the plan.
Pay off
$1,000, and that's my
$500,000 in a room.
In one single room.
Disposable income to spend on this business, and I could upgrade the office immediately and get HD cameras and get filming locations.
Hey guys, look,
I could do all
this
projects and crazy shit that I've always
I'm
wanted
gonna be
to
streaming from the inside.
Sorry, Howard, I can't pay you still.
do. I don't have to worry about covering every major game to pay the bills, right? Then okay, I say I don't care how many views I get on anything I do because I don't have to worry. But as long as this business pays the bills, I will always worry.
Yeah, Ryan, you're right, exactly right. He says, you thought I was going to be grateful? No! That's like what this whole segment is about. Saying, like, it's great, but it's not that much. I still got to worry, dumb fucks.
I still need you guys to watch all of the videos all of the time. I need the views. I don't want to be Mr. Views, but...
Excalibur saying, is Spoonie the guy who yelled betrayal like a tart at a convention with Angry Joe was with him? Yes, that is true.
Yes.
And there was had a huge domino effect, some say, on the rest of that website, on the Blistered Thumbs side of the website, for that guy with the glasses. But that's a stream for a different day. But yes, that is him.
All right. So understand that I'm incredibly appreciative of the Patreon support, but it's not supporting the business to the point where I can just do whatever I want. And say, well, I don't have to worry about views anymore, because it's just a misconception. By no means do I think that people who have said that to me are being malicious at all. I want you to understand that. I don't think anyone's being a troll or a hater. I just think there's misconceptions and misinformation and misunderstanding about how Patreon works. It's meant to be a supplementary source of income to support an already existing business and to make that business improve and change for the better. It's not meant to be the business. You know what I mean?
And if you're interested in Spoonie, me and Ludwig World Order did like a 5-hour stream on his lore. If you're interested, I'll put the link in chat.
I'm not going to stop playing games entirely to just play Persona and do one or two things that no one cares about, and then I'm going to just get tons of donations from Patreon. That's not the point of it. Okay? So, ladies and gentlemen,
it's not
that's
the point
kind
of
of
it,
what
but
I've been busy with and what I've been doing.
That's how it was working out. You know,
I mean, it's really easy to say thanks everybody for the thanks everybody. It's been awesome. Can't wait to do a lot of cool stuff. But he turned it into 15 minutes of bitching. You know
Either
what I'm
make
saying?
the content or don't make the content and move on. But yeah, you're right. 15 minutes worth of bitching.
You could just say thanks everybody. That's really awesome. Now I can't just play every game we do on Patreon, but thanks a lot everybody. It's going to help out around here. Anyways, okay, to the first story. No, we're so far away from that.
Then why I haven't done a Hate Live in the past
couple of months. We're supposed to be talking about Circuit City.
What I would like to say about that is I've had a fun couple of months. It's been very busy, but the fact that I've been able, just to give you an idea, some of the things that I've done over the past couple of months that I never would have done if it weren't for the adoption of
your Patreon money.
I played Minecraft for 4 weeks straight, completely kind of got an idea of what...
I could not do this without your Patreon money. Thank you.
What was Minecraft at the time? Like a $20 game and the hottest shit on the planet?
Yes, it took Patreon. He thought that was like going to get a lot of people to donate, was for him to play Minecraft because he fucking hates him, you know? So...
Right.
That's what he's saying.
Game is to play it vanilla,
that game
and then
was
I did
supposed to flop after it, went paid.
That's famously true too.
Player with fans on a multiplayer server. I saw what that was. I saw the end game. I was like, wow, this game is actually quite different than what I had imagined it had been. I kind of saw my own ignorance and all the years that I bashed this game and said, I really did screw up. I shouldn't have bashed it. I should have been way more open-minded. If anything, if I was going to bash Minecraft, I should have played the game before I did it, because there was just, I had a lot of misconceptions.
Forward, he will do this and he'll learn from this mistake and never do it again and be open-minded.
He definitely won't shit on anything before he has hands-on experience anymore. Definitely not.
Deceptions. Now, understand me. Do I think that Minecraft is the best game ever made and it deserves the insane viral popularity that it's gotten and the fact that it's a multi-billion-dollar thing and that Notch just sold Minecraft and he's a fucking filthy rich billionaire who just
That's
bought
why he
out
was so upset about it.
That's why he hates Notch.
outbid Jay-Z for a mansion in New York and all this shit? No. I don't think that any of that is deserved. I think the game's fun and it's catchy. That doesn't mean that it should be the best, most popular game ever made. And I am kind of
It's catchy. It's a catchy game.
insulted that the game has become
How's it a catchy game?
as virally popular as it is. The fact that anytime you go on YouTube and you type in Minecraft, every video is 500,000 to 1 million fucking views because little kids just sit there watching Minecraft videos all day. It is.
What's wild is that is still true to this day.
Pisses me off as a lifetime gamer that game got that much attention.
This pisses him off that people are going out of their way to watch the content that they want on YouTube that is in the same hobby that he also enjoys. Like, he's just being so pissy about other people not, I guess, watching his content. Like, he deserves those views.
There
Like,
we
what are we
go.
upset about?
Other people having other interests that aren't his. That's the problem. You know what
I guess,
mean?
but that's a crazy thing to say out loud and just to move on like it's normal.
But shame on me for not actually trying the game first before I started bashing the game and bashing people who play it. That was wrong of me. And I already publicly admitted this. I'm just kind of summarizing for those of you who haven't been around for the past 2 months. I publicly admit I screwed up. Okay? I never would have played the game. I never would have understood the game or known any of that if it wasn't for your guys' support. All right? Indie games. Wow.
Oh my God, it sounds like today. I mean, you know, these days, now he's playing indie games, guys. You gave him the money so he could play indie games now. Pretty cool.
Ever since we've been playing indie games, we've been having a lot of fun, but like the support is really low and you guys got to pick it up.
Come on. I mean, obviously, we always need support throughout all this, no matter what upgrades he gets.
Ridiculous ton of indie games over the past several years, the first 5-6 years that I've done this, you know, for YouTube. I mean, so many indie games.
YouTube.
Yeah, that was a big good one.
The first 5-6 years that I've done this, you know, for YouTube. I mean, so many indie games have come out that were PC exclusive to begin with. And that's a big reason why I didn't check a lot of them out to begin with. That actually were quite good and actually are worth a look and worth your time. Are they Game of the Year material? Probably not, but they're pretty damn good. And I actually did an indie marathon at the very last day of March where for 7.5 hours,
what a robust
I sat there and I played the
original idea.
out of 5 indie games, including Super Meat Boy, Hotline Miami, Fez, To the Moon, and The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. And I would say probably...
You play any of those, Atlas? I think I played all those, actually, weirdly. I've
played Binding of Isaac, and Hotline Miami is fantastic. I have all the Steam achievements for it. I really enjoyed Hotline Miami.
To the
I've
Moon's
got a Hotline
good.
Miami poster right there.
Oh.
Can't see me pointing, but it's right there.
When you're done, it's time to get busy with your significant other. Do you put the poster down, or does she enjoy that?
Well, we typically don't do it in rooms that aren't the bedroom, and I don't stream from my bedroom, so we're safe in that matter.
You gotta try all
think
rooms.
about it.
Try all rooms. I thought all those games were cool.
That's disgusting.
Well, just once at least.
Sat there and I played the shit out of 5 indie games, including Super Meat Boy.
Super Meat Boy is incredible. I recommend that game if you haven't played
yes,
it.
that is
Hotline
good.
Miami.
I played that back in the day.
Hotline Miami is incredible.
Totally legit
obviously.
copy on my laptop. I promise.
Yeah. Hotline Miami is incredible.
Fez, To
Fez is not like incredible, but I still thought that was very fun.
the Moon.
To the Moon is very fun too.
I watched that
Emotional.
documentary on the guy from Fez. I forgot what the movie was. The documentary was called. He went crazy.
Yeah, he went crazy and said "fuck Fez 2" or whatever, even though he sold a lot. But anyways,
And The Binding of Isaac Rebirth.
Binding of Isaac was obviously a phenomenon too. So those are all amazing games.
And I would say probably out of all those, the one game that I really wouldn't want to go too much into, you know what I mean,
What? No, I don't.
would be Fez. I think Fez is a little bit on the boring side. I can understand it has charm and everything.
What?
That's not my cup of tea. Some of the other games, though, like Binding of Isaac, I'd like to play that to the
definitely
end
not
of the
his
game.
cup of tea. That's
Not the
true.
cup of tea.
That's true.
Which I never did. I like to play To the Moon and complete the story. It was very riveting, and I was very excited to try out those games. And again, it was another thing that I hadn't planned or wouldn't have ever done if it weren't for your interaction with Patreon. And then just recently, starting Persona 4 this past Monday, really enjoying the game. I really did enjoy it, and I hope, since I have made the active choice, because I did, to play this game at length this month and pair it up with Mortal Kombat 10, which is coming out next week, that you guys are going to tune in. For those of you who don't like fighting games and don't like Mortal Kombat, I'm going to be playing it probably opposite
him,
Mortal Kombat. So yeah,
he does not
stream every day.
like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, no.
Mortal Kombat, but I'm going to be playing a couple hours every day or every other day of Persona throughout the rest of this month to try to get a big chunk into the game until people decide whether or not they want to see me continue to play the game or not at the end of the month.
Okay.
And the bottom line is, even if I do
That's 3 now.
say, you know what, the Patreons didn't really vote for, or the Patreons seem to be bored with the game, if I like the game enough by the end of this month, I may actively still choose to continue playing the game, even if it's not, the cup of tea of everyone and they want to see it continue. I may squeeze it in, anyway, if I like it. And that's the thing. Again, if Patreon, if I can continue to get the Patreon support that
How
I
many
have,
times we say Patreon
he did
today?
he did all that crying about Patreon and how he's not gonna have time, just to be like, well, maybe, I don't know, you guys, if I feel like it, then maybe we can do the playthrough still. Like,
I think it was an
God.
extended promotion of Patreon, I think. I'm not sure, though. Big Up Slatteran said, Angry Joe has enough members and Patreon supporters and his team to go on vacations all year. One of them even went to Japan. Nice. Well, I mean, that's when someone that cares about his audience doesn't hate them actively and beg them actively. Remember that one? What was that clip where the Angry Joe got, like, it was something about money. And he said, like, you want the last dollar out of my pocket? Remember that one? You ever see that video?
yeah, I do remember that.
What was that?
I don't remember because I'm not as familiar with Angry Joe. I never really got him until he was like kind of irrelevant. And then I seen stuff like that and I don't know the context.
He's still, I mean, he's still massive right now. He's still 100K for every
he
video
still pays his bills
about.
and that's all that matters at the end of the day. I'm sure he's not living broke.
Here we go.
Yes, I do. I have $7 because you click on this and you fucking pocketed it. This is the only fucking shit you people care about.
So performative. Fuck off.
You don't care about promoting your products. You don't care about people reviewing your shit and improving your shit. No, you care about this shit. That's all the shit you fucking care about.
Yeah. No.
You're fucking terrible.
Stop this. Go! Angry! Come back!
Don't make fun
Betrayal!
of all of us and then turn around.
What was this even about? The violins are on the video, not me, by the way.
And saying everything that you guys have been doing have been wrong. You are all wrong. Fuck all y'all. You have the power? No. You're cutting us off at our fucking knees. We have no power. We have no power to fight.
This is what we were just saying that this was about Nintendo. So is
the Nintendo Creator Program or something. But who's he yelling at? Nintendo? That's the only thing they care about? Anyway, it's okay. We did this field trip enough. But yeah, Angry Joe's still doing fine. He's still very relevant on the YouTube space of the gaming space. Absolutely. Oh, Nintendo claiming videos. Okay, there you go. It's the only thing you fucking care about. Very performative though, wasn't it? He had that dollars ready, like a stage show.
Yeah. He scrounged up $7. What an odd amount.
That's all I have is $7. How am I supposed to live with this, Nintendo? What am I supposed to do with this, Miyamoto? Like, okay, well, you know that actual bills you have in your pocket isn't all the money you own, right, Joe? Or, anyways, let's go.
Right.
Yeah, you got to start taking that shit to the pawn shop to pay the bills. Don't you know how businesses operate?
Yeah, come on,
They
Joe.
need donations like yours.
Those are the things that have directly come out of Patreon. Okay. What other things? What you're seeing right now, this right here, this new microphone, this pop filter that's in front of it.
Yeah, what
There's
is
actually a
that?
big mechanical arm
Pop filter
behind it. There's actually I haven't done a video. I'm going to do a walkthrough video this weekend, this Saturday, of my new audio setup. But I have a preamp sitting next to me that allows this
preamp
microphone to not have audio spikes. So for those of you who, whenever I screamed or whatever, used to hear, it used to kill your ears, right? You must be
That's
like,
not what the preamp does,
my
sir.
ears, fuck, it really hurts.
Didn't think
That's
so.
not what a preamp does, sir.
Now that doesn't happen anymore. Now this is only half the setup. I also ordered about $200 of soundproofing foam for the walls of my office that's coming supposedly in 3 weeks. I hate that it's taking so long.
3 weeks?
In 3 weeks it's going to be here.
Damn.
And once that's up, then this might sound totally different. I mean, it might sound like I'm in a sound isolation booth. Who knows, okay?
This setup legitimately sounds better than the setup today, though. It's just more natural sounding, right? Today is so much shit on it.
I agree.
It's just weird.
It has more, like you said, natural. It just sounds
sounds
better.
like someone talking. That's supposed to sound.
That's one thing. video editing. I've got a better video editor. I actually got Adobe Premiere Pro, which I'm using now to do all my video editing. And if you guys haven't noticed in the past 2 months that I haven't done Hate Live, what I have done are multiple first reactions videos, reviews, the Hateful Truth reviews, as well as rants where I've implemented gaming footage into those videos because I have the editing capability to do it. In addition to that, in the months of February and March,
always had the editing capability. Windows Movie Maker could have done that. I know because I did it.
Amazing. Dude, I had the capabilities now, and what he does is just have the entire video of his gameplay, just drop it in at random parts of the video, too. He doesn't even try to fucking match it up. It's just like, all right,
I was going to say, he doesn't even sync what he's talking about.
No,
yeah,
it's
I've
just
seen it.
gameplay.
He doesn't give a shit, dude.
No.
March, I put out several montage-style videos on my YouTube channel, DSP Gaming, which is like the best of February, the best of March, the best of Evolve, the best of Order 1886, that kind of stuff. And overall, people seem to enjoy them. Now, I'll be honest. You know I'm an honest guy.
Oh, please.
It seems that an interest for the montages died out in the month of February because I did like 4 of them. I did like 4 games, plus I did the monthly one. And people basically overwhelmingly said, Phil,
and then where were you?
Just gotta be honest. Not a lot of views. That means not a lot of money.
Too much. It's too much for one level. Okay, it's too much for one level. It's too much for 1 month. If you're gonna do montages, do 1 to 2 a month tops.
Okay.
Don't constantly be putting them out because it overloads everyone, and people aren't just gonna keep watching. I noticed the viewership of the very first montage I did, and then it kind of just went like this.
You can say that about all of his
to
content from the very beginning, though. It's always on this weird downward trajectory. It seems very common thing we see.
Montage I did, and then it kind of just went like this.
It's a slow fall.
You know, all the way down to the end of February. So I waited a month, and then I put out the best of March, montage.
You want to see one of those?
That.
I guess we kind of got to, don't we? Here's the best.
Yeah. What are we hyping up here?
Let's do the exact one he said. He said best of March. All right. So here's the best of March montage. Here we go. Get out of here. Get out of here, Angry Joe, with your $7. All right, here we go.
Yeah, we're here for real content.
Yeah.
It's DSP's best of March 2015 montage. The funniest, most epic, and most rage-filled moments of the month. Check it out.
Funniest, most epicest.
Check it out.
All right, hello everyone. Phil here, and welcome to something a long time in the making. Let's put it that way. This is something that I didn't necessarily think or know that I would ever do.
What?
Some kind of a forest. The chicken's stuck in the lake. Look.
Oh, good addition.
Oh God. Spacebar to go up like most of these FPS style games. Punch it. Oh! Kill the chicken.
Good highlight, King.
Get out of the lake. I'm stuck in this fucking lake now. I can't get out.
Entertainer, by the way.
How do I get
Great
out?
highlight, King.
Oh, fuck you. Chicken. Oh, shit, what happened?
Oh, my God.
Something just happened. How
Yo,
the
they
hell?
loved this. They were eating this shit up back in the day.
Good highlight.
Can I go up here? All right.
He doesn't even know how to punch dirt.
Fucking God.
He's stuck.
I'm stuck. How do I get out of the lake?
Oh my God. Game
chased the
journalist
chicken
tries
into the lake,
Minecraft.
and I'm stuck in the lake. Look at zombie.
Dude,
This is
that could work, by the way.
some of the worst gameplay I've ever seen.
That could legitimately work. Game journalist trying Minecraft for the first time. You know?
I
chased the chicken into the lake.
Poem's Future posted up that clip of him doing Dead Rising the other day, and people were laughing at that again.
Yeah.
Where he shot Bert square in the face. And I was like, what happened to Bert?
It's all new fucking tweets now. Every day now, new tweets are going out, and people are just responding with Philip faces. It's so good. It's so
And
good.
I'm stuck in the lake.
I'll show you one. Hold on.
Zombies.
Today I saw one.
I'm gonna die. I have no hunger left, no health. I don't know how to cook food. I don't know how to build anything.
right.
Fuck it.
Okay, as you can see, the highlights are incredible here.
Yeah, they
you know.
rock. I loved that.
Amazing highlights, Philip. Great work.
Actually turned out pretty good. In fact, it's been live since Sunday.
You
Today's
could tell those stock
Definitely.
transitions.
Thursday, and it pretty much has the exact same views as the best of February montage. So in 1 month, The February montage got like 13,000 views. This video got it in 4 days. So obviously, people appreciate that I'm doing the montages again, and if I do them fewer, but I do them better, I think they're going to turn out better. So that's another positive change as a direct result of Patreon. And then, of course, the last one
we are
is
still
something you don't
talking
see
about
yet
this.
because I don't have it yet. What I'm really going to start doing is as a
Yeah, we're supposed to talk
stretch
about
goal.
Circuit City at some point.
Okay, a stretch goal for the next few months or into the summer for Patreon.
Okay, what's the stretch goal going to be? This tweet I saw. So someone said, Darkside Phil playing a game made for 7-year-olds.
The ball was wet. It wasn't my fault. There was nothing anyone could have done.
That's it. 91,000 views. Here we go. I never saw that one. When you come to the realization that you are DSP. Oh, there's a pillow. Oh, there's Meerkat's response. Live DSP reaction. Just a chair. As you can see, it goes. It goes on and on. Oh, there we go. Someone got some AI style.
They have fun over there.
Uh-huh. All right.
Is I'm going to have a really high dollar amount as a
Okay.
goal, but
Cool.
I want to get a new camera. As you see right now, I'm using a 1080p
Need a new
webcam.
camera.
It's
Got
very
to.
limited in what it can do.
1080p is
You can see
not
I can't
good
even make
enough.
this go full
Nope.
screen. If I did, it would be blurry, okay? Now I
At what, 720p?
limited in what it can do. You can see I can't even make this go full screen. If I did, it would be blurry, okay?
Okay,
Now I
right.
have two other cameras. I have
Right, definitely.
a camcorder, a digital camcorder, that unfortunately, again, it's 1080p and it's
And?
blurry. It's blurry as shit. And I can't get, for whatever reason, I can't get that camera to look focused. Like, even when I use it for, I tried using it for
Absolutely user error then, huh?
podcasts and other things.
100%.
Absolutely some setting is fucked
Like
up.
shit. And it's annoying. Okay? I have the other camera, the original camera, my Sony
Probably
handheld
just
digital
forgot to
camera that I
download
used
the
to use to
drivers or something.
Yes,
I mean, he just did
definitely.
that the other day with that controller, and he was bitching about it, and then lo and behold, once you update it, all of a sudden everything works like it's supposed to. Crazy. So
You know, it's something like that.
film gameplay. I use mostly for game reviews now. And that's 1080, but it's not 1080p, it's 1080i, which means it's a less quality. And that's pretty much the limits of what I can do video-wise. And being that I want to reboot the fact that I want to reboot Project 7 this summer, and I'd like to start other
Reboot Project 7 this summer? I thought you said trailer.
you mean the trailer,
Vlog-
right, Phil?
Yeah,
you mean the
reboot the trailer. yeah.
game style shows. I would like to get a better camera. Now, I'm not talking I need a fucking 4K camera. You know, 4K, let's face it, YouTube barely implements it. There's very few cases where YouTube can even use it. No one can really watch a 4K video on their standard mobile device or whatever. And the fact of the matter is, getting a 4K camera is a waste of money. It
So
really
you're going to get another 1080 camera then?
is at this point. I should wait a couple of years.
Yeah, but this
if it
one's not
becomes
going to
the
be
standard.
blurry, ALT. Come on.
Oh.
Then
This
I'll
one
upgrade
will
all my
just
stuff to do
work, I
4K.
promise.
But for now, what I'm looking for is like a really nice 1080p camera with a big lens that's going to film
Has to
really
have a
crisp
big lens.
The lens size is the key. Gotcha.
quality for me. So if I want to do things like green screen, which by the
You know
way,
what
I
they
have the
say,
green
LT.
screen.
The bigger the lens,
Uh-huh.
you
I've heard
finish the
that.
rest. I mean,
I've heard it.
Unfortunately, I did measure in this office. It's not going to fit. It does not fit in this office. But I'm looking to set up the green screen in my garage and film some green screen scenes and things that I
Cool.
could do for a fun series like Project 7. But I would need a better camera. You know what I mean? So I
course,
definitely
of course
am
I know.
looking to upgrade that. That would be like my stretch goal for Patreon,
okay.
especially heading into the summer, would be to buy a much better camcorder, camera, whatever it may be. So you're going to see that, and the next time that Patreon updates in another week or so with the new goals that are going to be set up on there, that's going to be a stretch goal. Now,
I'll
do
tell
I
you how
expect
much money
to
you
get that
I need.
right away? No. I don't expect to get that right away. I expect there may be a freak month where someone, we get a bunch extra people who pledge, and then maybe I'll get it. Or if it's right before I'm going to actually start doing work on Project 7, maybe then people will say, oh, I really want to see that, and they'll pledge. But that's going to be a stretch goal ongoing. That's
Yeah.
not something, I'm surprised,
of course,
quite
everybody's
honestly,
going to be
that we reached
just
the goal for
chomping at the bit to support once they see it. They're
It's going to be a stretch goal thing.
audio equipment this month because I
It'd
thought
be
we were
really would be crazy if I hit it though, guys. But just letting you know, it's just a stretch goal thing. I don't expect to hit that. No.
up to the last minute. We were way behind, and all of a sudden I got a big surge of pledges at the last minute. Over 130 people total for the month of March who pledged, and it was awesome.
So far, this is the Hate Live of Patreon.
So thank you guys so much
Yeah,
for
we're an
that. I
hour
appreciate
in now. Is that what this
explaining
is,
how
the bottom?
awesome, how awesome getting money from you is so far.
it.
Okay.
As you can see, already making improvements immediately once the money cleared. I said I gotta put it. I promised I would put it right towards the business and moving ever forward and trying to do stuff better. I hope that the podcast tonight looks better for you guys because I'm doing it in OBS. I'm doing it with better,
over the
better
course of a
capture
month, and he's
capability.
bragging about how he spent $200 on a microphone, and he said $200 on soundproofing foam.
That's
and
not
he
here
moved
yet.
to OBS.
Well, really, he's just trying to recoup all the money he spent moving here. That's what the Patreon really started for.
That's the reality. But I'm trying to follow the narrative as it's being laid out here. And it's
Okay,
just it's
gotcha.
not checking out here.
Gotcha. He just did because remember, this is when he's still scared to beg, guys. So he's really trying to justify why he needs your money on Patreon. He doesn't want to be e-beggar, you know. I really need your money, guys. When you give me money, this is all the awesome stuff I do. We're still in that era right now.
Okay.
All right. Can we get to the anything here? Not this.
So, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me.
Here we go. Finally.
Now let's talk about what I've been doing recently gameplay-wise, what you can expect in the next week, and what you can expect for the rest of April, so you know what to expect in case you don't watch another Hate Live for the month. Whenever you
The schedule segment.
Well, currently, I'm in the middle of a few playthroughs, okay? Number one, I'm still playing Bloodborne, and for a lot of you may be like, holy shit, like, seriously.
Oh, shit,
Bloodborne?
we're playing
You're still playing
Bloodborne,
games,
that's pretty
Bloodborne, seriously.
You can have it,
What?
beat it. How are you still playing Bloodborne? Well, the bottom line is I'm doing a completionist run of Bloodborne. If you're watching the
It's
playthrough, you know
online,
I've done every
that's
option area in the
true.
game except for all the
Another
challenge
one,
dungeons. We'll talk about it in a moment. But the story of the game, every option area, I got every optional boss. I looked for tons of the rare items, and I got to the very end of the game. I even got the items required to fight the true final boss to get the true ending of the game. So I could beat Bloodborne in 20 minutes right now if I felt like. I could right to the last boss, rule of item. I could do one more boss, rule of item.
He's not. He's going to keep drawing it out and wasting everybody's time.
Yes.
There's a whole optional area called the Chalice Dungeons. They're completely optional. They don't really necessarily tie in too much with the story of the game. They give you little story snippets. They don't tie in too much with the main story of the game. But the reason they're putting into the game is number one, for additional challenge. For those who really like that Dark Souls, Bloodborne style gameplay, you want more, play the Chalice Dungeon. Number two, for master replayability. So okay, I beat the game, it took me 20, 30 hours, but now I'm done with it. Well, now you can go to the Chalice Dungeons, add another 15, 30, if not more hours.
Did you do the challenge dungeons, Atlas?
No, I did not. I beat the game and I was done with it. I didn't want to play on my PS4 anymore. The 30
There you
FPS was killing me personally.
There you go.
Especially because the Chalice Dungeons are actually co-op compatible.
My
Some
nose
people
was
do the
too
with it,
high
alright.
in the air
So
to
I've been
enjoy
running through
it by the
Bloodborne
end.
for the past, what was it? I'd say 4 or 5 hours of gameplay on my playthrough have been in these Chalice Dungeons because there's a super secret boss who's actually a character from the story of the game who becomes a boss if you do these certain requirements. I'm working on doing these requirements. I'm hoping to finish them, but I don't know if I'm going to. Let me explain why. For those of you who might be upset by that statement.
Please, yeah,
I've
go
already
ahead.
played 5 hours of this thing, all right? I'll be honest, people are losing interest. People are basically saying, Phil, the story of the game was great.
It's all about views. See, we didn't beg for money, but we did beg for views back now.
But these challenge dungeons are repetitive. To some extent, they're boring. It's cool
They
fighting
were
bosses,
closer
bosses and
to
enemies in there.
one
For the
to
most part,
one than they are now, that's for certain.
Yes.
it's a lot of repetition. A lot of it looks the same. It sucks that they did that, but that's what it is. And we really like to see this boss, but it's taking you forever to do it. I know, and there's no way to go quickly through it. You have to take your time and not die and take your time to do these dungeons. All right. From what I understand, I've got at least 3 or 4 more levels in this one called the Defiled Dungeon, which is the hardest in the game, from what I'm told. And then after that, there's still going to be another 3 levels I have to do in another dungeon. And then I'll finally have the components I need to do the final dungeon, which has the secret boss in it. From what I'm understanding, we're talking another 5 hours of gameplay, if not more. And I'm like, seriously, how long
But who
is it
is
going to
that
take me to
for?
get to this
He's
boss?
talking about
And
the views tanking on it. Like, this is the same predicament that we're in today with
Yeah.
fucking blueprints and how long that's been on thin ice. Like, he's never been able to pull the trigger on shit that people just are tired of seeing.
Yes. So we need to explain. Because remember, this time we're going to get to the end no matter what. That's these days. So, like, that's what we're trying to explain why I'm going to
Right.
take this all the way to the end, guys. So that he just has to justify. And guys, please look.
it would be a shame if I
Please
stopped
watch.
because I already put over 5 hours of effort into it. But I
He
would have
just
all the
needs
time.
to
If I
take Bloodborne
See.
out back like old Yeller at this point, and he's unwilling to do what needs to be done. Jesus.
He's waking up.
The bottom line is the time frame window I'm working with, I need to do it by Monday. If I don't
Hey,
finish it by
bottom
Monday,
line.
I don't know when I'm going to do it. Because once Mortal Kombat
That's
10 comes
like
out,
6
we
or
all know from
7
Injustice,
now.
and also from Mortal Kombat 9, the incredible amount of content that these NetherRealm fighting games have. You've got a really, 5 to 6 hour story-based campaign that has multiple characters, gives you an introduction to the game, it's really well done. Then you've got a challenge tower, which is incredibly long and fun to do and see all the crazy stuff that they put into that. Of course, the game has, I think, 23 characters to start. Each has 3 fighting modes, so you're talking 23 times 3. There's fucking 69 versions of characters in this game to learn from the get-go. I'm going to have to get training mode. I'm going to be playing online. I'm going to be engrossed with Mortal Kombat 10 for the rest of April, all right? Pair with that, then I'm continuing on Persona 4
Oh,
later. We'll
yeah.
talk about in a moment.
Absolutely. What were people going to do without DSP's in-depth knowledge of Mortal Kombat? A franchise he's told us numerous times he has no respect for.
Yeah,
he
he
hates
totally
the
hates.
goddamn game. He
Yeah.
shits all over them for being party games and not actually being competitive. But
Not
we needed
serious
his
enough.
take for MKX, of course.
I'm going to play for Bloodborne, and I'm not getting it because the challenge dungeons right now. So, I am going to be playing Session of Bloodborne tomorrow, Session of Bloodborne on Sunday. And the bottom line is, we'll see how far I get in it.
Oh my
And based on that,
God.
I'm going to finish the game, forget it, finish the game on Monday. I don't have time to finish the challenge dungeons, or will I actually make a final strong-ass push into the anal recesses of Bloodborne and try to kill that final secret boss and then finish the game. So we'll find out.
Okay. Atlas wants to hear this one again. Where will you take this?
Recesses of Bloodborne and try to kill that final secret boss and then finish the game. So we'll find out this weekend when I play Bloodborne, alright? Final strong ass push to finish the Chalice dungeons, or will I actually make a final strong ass push into the anal recesses of Bloodborne and try to kill that final secret boss and then finish
the anal recesses of Bloodborne.
Finish the game. So we'll find out this weekend when I play Bloodborne. All right.
This is why you can't speed the guy up. He'll miss gems like that. This is part of the mining, guys. Come on.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
please.
Persona 4, which I never expected to be playing. I'm serious, guys. When I did a Patron's Choice perk level goal in the month of February for Patreon, which means if I hit $750 of funding, the patrons would vote during the month of March on what game to see me play in April. I had no clue they were going to pick Persona. Like, I thought for sure it would be like one of these maybe someone will say that one of the Grand Theft Auto games I didn't play yet. Or maybe
Persona 4 remake or whatever, didn't they?
Ooh,
I
think so.
I heard something about that.
Also,
I don't know. I don't know shit
Super
about a
Meat Boy,
Persona.
Super Meat Boy 2 something, right? That'd be
like this a game that suits my
Did they?
style.
I don't
Persona
know.
Yeah, 3D or something. I didn't see any game.
4. I mean, yeah, it's a JRPG, and I enjoy JRPG.
Let's see real quick. I'm bored enough. I'm bored enough to check it out. Super Meat Boy 3D. Let's see that. 1 minute. Let's see how cool it is.
That's real.
Let's see how cool it is.
Yeah.
Let's give it a shot. It's commercial.
Let's do our own little react here.
I bet they're gonna die in a lot of blood. Watch this. Watch this. Oh, it's a pipe. Okay.
Oh.
It's like Mario.
I feel like Nintendo's gonna sue.
Oh, you got little buns. That's cool.
No, that's like the guy from the other game.
3D style, huh? That looks pretty cool.
It does look pretty cool. Yo, DSP like Astrobot so much, you might actually enjoy something like this.
Did he play Super Meat Boy to completion? I wonder.
I don't think so.
You get the point. It looks like Super Meat Boy with 3D, but it looks fun, that's for sure.
JRPGs, but it's very teen angsty. You know what I mean? Like, it's teenagers who are flirting with each other. There's sexual references. And there's tongue-in-cheek humor and quirky stuff in there.
Hold on, what?
Flirting with each other. There's sexual references. And there's tongue-in-cheek humor and quirky tea. And I enjoy JRPGs, but it's very teen angsty. You know what I mean? Like, it's teenagers who are flirting with each other. There's sexual references. And there's tongue-in-cheek humor and quirky stuff in there. And
Teenagers, assholes, teens being teens. I hate that stuff.
I
think people would pick.
Man,
I hate when characters exhibit characteristics appropriate for their age. It's fucking disgusting.
I hate that.
Yuck.
All right, so Philip did do, The Outsider did make a This Is How You Don't Play a Super Meat Boy. Let's see how it goes. I'll just go anywhere in the middle and see how he's reacting to this game. Here we go.
I'm in the groove. In the meat bug groove now. What?
Is he trying to get all the fucking bandages too?
God, I would hope
Darn
not.
it.
Darn it.
Tarnation.
I am sorry, guys, about the internet. It fucking sucks, but what can I do? I got the best internet available right here, but we're waiting. Replay will be fine.
Yo!
Oh yeah, he's just acting here. All right, I'm done.
They picked it, and I was like, well, if that's what you want. That's what
he's just playing it up, you know.
Right.
you're gonna get. And I played it this past Monday.
That's what
it was
they
my
liked
first
back in the
what was
day,
going to
man.
only
They
be
were
4
a different
sessions
breed. They were
for the month.
Very cool.
And I loved it. I was like, this is pretty good. Like, this is well executed. I mean, it's not the best graphics. A PS2 emulated game on PS3, but it looks pretty sweet. I'm enjoying it. And people overwhelmingly said, Phil, you don't play that Final Fantasy Type 0 HD game. Just play this. This is a much better game. It's a longer game. You're going to love it once you get into it, and you'll learn all the ins and outs of the combat system, and you really get into the story. You're going to like it a lot better. And I said, all right, you know what?
This is so nothing,
I'll give it the old college try. And I played a marathon of it yesterday, and I really like the game, admittedly. I really do like the game.
College try.
And I do want to continue to play it, and so that is going to be an ongoing playthrough for the month of April, paired with Mortal Kombat 10. For those of you wondering when I'm going to be playing that again, tomorrow. First stream tomorrow, I'm playing Persona 4. And depending on what happens this weekend, I may also be playing it on Saturday and Monday as well. And of course, I will be pairing it with Mortal Kombat 10. Not immediately, the first day or two I may do marathons of Mortal Kombat 10, but then I may start pairing it with Mortal Kombat 10 for the rest of the month. Now, you guys just heard what I just said, right?
Oh my God!
you heard
please
what I
don't
just said.
repeat it.
You just heard what I just said, right? Hang on. You just heard what I said, right? Hang on.
Combat 10 for the rest of the month. Now, you guys just heard what I just said, right?
Yeah. What is
You
it?
guys just heard what I just said.
Uh-oh,
I said,
get ready.
I may be playing Persona 4 more this weekend, this Saturday. And for some of you, that might shock
Right.
you. And you might say, but Phil, I thought
What?
that you were still doing Minecraft. In fact, you played Minecraft 4 times in the month of February, right? And those were all vanilla
God.
sessions. And then you did a stream last week, which
Nobody was pocket watching that actually likes you this hard.
You guys aren't gonna
They're like,
believe
"Hang
this.
on, Phil.
Get ready.
What?
You guys aren't going to believe this.
multiplayer. I played Minecraft multiplayer with the people on my own server, thekingofhate.com. They had created all this amazing stuff, and I went there to check it out, and it was a fun stream. But I'm going to be honest, guys, the overwhelming feedback I got from people was that it was boring as hell. That watching me play the game vanilla is fun, but watching me do multiplayer was boring. And they basically said, don't do that again. It was fun for the one time, but don't do it again. Now, this Saturday...
Oh my God! What was the big reveal thing?
I was supposed to investigate Minecraft mods.
It was a
and I even
reveal?
said on
Yeah, what was the big thing he said, like, get ready? What was that? That already happened? I didn't even realize. What was the reveal?
stream last week, I said,
You guys
guys,
heard what I
if you're a
said,
fan
right?
Yeah, what? I don't even know what that is.
of Minecraft, you'd like seeing me play Minecraft, you want to see me do these mods, I need recommendations. I don't have any. I'm pretty sure almost no one has posted any recommendations for Minecraft mods. And I'm going to be really honest with you guys.
Oh.
At this point, playing
Right.
Minecraft 5 weeks in a row, I don't know what else, there's much else that I could do with it. Maybe eventually I could return to vanilla and continue doing what I was doing in vanilla Minecraft.
5 weeks
but for
of
right
Minecraft.
now,
Too
I'm
much
bored
Minecraft.
with it.
There's nothing
And
left. He did
That's
all
the big,
of it.
the big reveal is he's bored with Minecraft. Is that really what we were waiting
And
for?
maybe that's the extent of a 32.
Well,
Well,
you
now I'm
have to keep
33
in mind
years old.
how
Actually, I had a
heartbroken
birthday this
Papa
week.
Bear
Happy
is
birthday to
gonna
me,
be,
right?
okay.
true,
A 33-year-old, maybe this is the limit where you cut it off
gotta
and you
bring him
say,
down
this is
easy.
probably the limit of where a 33-year-old guy could be playing Minecraft and enjoy it. Now, I know I'm...
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I mean, about the internet, we could just stop it or try to go. I mean, there's nothing else I can do, guys. So, I mean, what do? If it's that annoying, I want to stop. But you know what I mean? If it's definitely not getting better. But what do we do, guys?
That's an unfortunate situation.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't do anything but try to fight. Just hope it gets better or stop. So what are the options? You know what I'm saying? So. I don't know. We'll try it for a little bit more, but if it's still, let's say if it's still going by the time pre-stream starts, we'll just finish it, I guess. But definitely dropping frames. But what can you do? All right, let's go.
Listen, I know that there's millions of people around the world that love Minecraft. I know that there's kids that get into it. It's the only fucking game they play, and they'll play the shit out of it and do all this creative stuff.
I can see it's absolutely the internet issue, though. It's just connecting to YouTube, connecting to the OBS connection to YouTube is not strong, which means the internet. There you go, right there. So. Nothing I can do but wait till it goes green again, but we're going to try to fight through it. Atlas, you're still hearing me the whole time, right?
Yeah, whole
Yeah, see,
time.
that's
No, it's very
yeah.
unfortunate. I'm feeling for you. I hate that
Yes.
spot for you.
It's
For
the
us,
OBS.
for them.
OBS connection with YouTube is not strong right now. So here we go. We're going to try to fight through it.
I had fun playing it, but I think 5 sessions of, 3 hours or so of each session was enough of it for me to understand what the game is, especially with playing last week, completing the game, and knowing what the end of the game looks like and all that.
It's just got
I
such
think
a
at this
short
point it
attention
may
span
be
for
like
something like
it ran its
Minecraft.
course. You know what I mean?
Yes. I like how the big the big announcement was I'm getting bored with Minecraft. And how long we're going to talk about this now?
Would people rather see me do ongoing playthroughs at this point, or do you want to see me take a 3-hour session every week this month and play more Minecraft? And I think overwhelmingly people are going to say, we'd rather see you do the other stuff. At this point, we saw
he made
Minecraft
the
was already
decision.
doing it. It would be nice if maybe you'll return into future. But at this point, again, I didn't get a lot of suggestions for mods. It wasn't like people were like, wow,
Thank you,
that's all
fictitious.
overwhelmingly awesome or whatever.
Put this in your ISP fund. It's not. I mean, it's just the sad point is there's only have one option here. That's the bad part. Is only have one option of service. Because it's a new.
That
it's
is
not
tough.
that old of a play. So, but I have 1 gig up, 40. I mean, 1 gig down, 40 up. That's the best I can get. I pay the extra for that.
And I think at this point,
Think that's
Minecraft has
fictitious.
run its course. And I think I'm going to say this is probably it, where I don't know, I might not even
Yeah,
play
this is it.
unless there's an
Put Minecraft out the
overwhelming
pasture.
amount of
This is
people who see this and scream, Phil, no, you have to
And
play
then
more
up the
Minecraft. I
river.
can't believe
Uh-huh.
you're giving up on it. unless that happens, I think this Saturday we're going to not play Minecraft. We'll probably be doing Persona 4 as my stream on Saturday. I think I'm more interested in that game at this point than I am in Minecraft, okay?
And millions of people all over the world instantly seething about this information.
Mr. Papavera is now tying. Mr. Papavera is now opening up a bottle of painkillers.
Actively clocking out as Twitch moderator or whatever. He said, I'm done here, actually.
All right.
Guess my time is done.
This. Thank you to those of you who did tune in
please.
for Minecraft, who gave me help, who gave me productive criticism and constructive criticism, and helped me to understand what the game was. Again, it really was a learning experience for me, and I realized how wrong I was for the years that I just bashed the game pointlessly. I still don't think the game should have become as popular as it was. I don't think it should have dominated YouTube, but I do understand how important the game is.
We're still on fucking Minecraft. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk.